crostata di mandorle.
What can be better than cooking outside? Only in Italy. I have everything I need around here. The chickens are here, the fruit is here, and I'm gonna make a wonderful tart, an almond meringue tart. So let's begin with the crust. Some flour, sugar, pinch of salt. Let me mix this up a little bit. Okay. Let's get the butter in. So you want the butter to be nice and cold. And let's just begin a little bit of kind of blending it in. Egg yolks. That gives it the richness. And now I need to get my hands in there. You know, there comes a time when there's no substitutes for the hands. This is the time. Let me just put a little bit of cold water. Let me get just maybe a drop more of water. Now you collect everything. And this is the dough. And you don't have to really mix it, because as you're rolling it, it will combine even more and the butter will melt even more into the flour. Take some plastic wrap, put it in the refrigerator to chill 2 hours, and thereafter, anytime you can roll it and make your pie. I'm gonna clean up, go check on the chickens, and see what else is out there. Chef Zito, my dear friend in Puglia, of course, he had the chickens in the chicken coop. He needed the eggs. But, you know, I saw the mulberry tree right in the middle of this chicken coop. And oddly enough, Grandma had a mulberry tree right in the middle of the courtyard. And what I recall was that Grandma's chicken would take their walk around and see if any of the mulberries had fallen, and they would eat them up. So I took the liberty of shaking Zito's mulberry tree, and the chicken gathered around. A mulberry tree. Oh, these are some of the fruits of my childhood, and we loved them. We ate them early in the morning or late at night, so they were cool. During the day, they get hot, but they're delicious. This is a juicy mulberry. One more. Now, let's get to the pie. This is the filling. I'm gonna work this through until it's nice and stiff, so bear with me. This is the meringue. It is egg whites with a pinch of salt and a bit of sugar in there. Okay, I think we got there. Get everything off the whisk. Slivered almonds, slightly toasted. Just fold them in. And yes, there's a lot of it. That's because, you know, that's all you have is the egg whites and the almonds. So just a little fold like that. Just a little bit of lemon rind for freshness. Okay. So we collected everything. Let's put the filling in. And here, I rolled the dough in advance, then buttered it and floured the tin with some parchment to make this tart shell. So here is the filling. Throughout the peninsula, whether there's walnuts, almonds, hazelnuts, Italy is really known for its nuts and the locality. And in Puglia and in Sicily, almonds really reign. Grandma had her 2 almond trees. We had them. And I remember as a youngster, I was so happy. I knew spring was coming because the almond was flowering, this white flower with the pink center. But as kids, as the almonds grew, we would pick them even green and crack them open. And the almond inside, it was white. It was kind of watery, and it was delicious. But you really wait for the almond in the fall, and that's when we would harvest it, and then we would peel it off, and you have the almond in its shell, and that would be saved for the winter. Let's do the lattice top. That's the left, the 1/3 of dough that I had left behind. So let me just cut So is... And this might be enough, just like that. 5, otherwise we'll cut some more. We just make sure that it touches the bottom shell. Once it cooks, that's where it will bind, stick together. So let me just smooth out this meringue a bit. And the pie is ready to get into the oven. So preheated 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes. And the pie will puff up and it'll look beautiful when it's done, when you pull it out. And then it will settle in. It's delicious, it's beautiful, and it's easy to make. Let's finish the meal with a traditional digestive, a walnut amaro. Alla nostra. Ogni tanto, ok. Mi dica quanto, basta così? I'm getting instructions. Poco alla volta, a little bit at a time. So I have Concetta to my right and Maria to my left. And it's not unusual that the women make their lunch together. They make their pasta together. So we're gonna make orecchiette and cavatelli. So orecchiette and cavatelli are very much the pasta of Puglia. You know, where I come from, we use a different flour. We use the white flour. This is 100% semolina flour. As you can see, it's very yellow, different than white flour. It's like little fine sand. The semolina is used all over southern Italy because it's delicious. It's the microclimate here that really renders it extra delicious. Allora, Concetta, con le orecchiette, che salsa fate?
Tutta la verdura.
Vegetables, a lot of vegetables with orecchiette.
Con pomodoro fresco, basilico.
Fresh tomatoes, basil.
Tutto,
On Sunday, the meat ragu.
Sì.
Bene, allora andiamo un po' a vedere i cavatelli. E allora sono molto facili questi.
Sì, questi sono più facili delle orecchiette. Vanno conditi con le legume. Frutti di mare.
She said that the cavatelli are typical with legumes.
Fagioli,
Ceci,
sì,
lenticchie,
piselli.
lentils, beans, and seafood. Allora, caro signore, questo è nocino. Questo qui è nocino.
Sì.
Noci means walnuts. A nocino is this wonderful liqueur, an after-dinner liqueur, or when somebody comes over the house. I know, we made it too. And these are the walnuts, green on their leaves. They're harvested on June 24th, San Giovanni, St. John, and then they're cut in half and put in a jar, filled with alcohol, and left for 40 days. And then towards the end, they add some sugar to it. Allora, assaggio questo e faccio un cin cin a voi. Voi state lavorando, dunque...
Noi stiamo lavorando.
Volete un po'? Vi do un po'?
Servizio.
Vi do un po'?
Un po' facciamo finta.
You know,
Facciamo finta.
Ecco. Allora, I wanted to sip without them. They says, no, we'll sip. Allora, Concetta, facciamo un salute, almeno.
Sì.
Grazie, salute. Grazie per la
Grazie a voi
lezione.
per la vostra.
Salute to you. Let's see. Buono. So this is, you know, it's after dinner, it's a digestive, or when somebody comes to visit. How wonderful is this? In this setting, the birds are chirping, and I have two wonderful traditional professors, if you will, in pasta making. I am ever so grateful, but it also is nostalgic because I recall as a child making pasta with grandma. And for you, it's a great tradition to bring to your home. So watch closely and make your orecchiette at home with your family. Mi dà ancora un pezzo di questo?
Sì,
che così
sì.
credo che lei ha finito, le voglio dare un po' di lavoro.
Sì.
The breeze is blowing. I am in my friend's Pietro's garden. The tart is ready to be served, and we're gonna enjoy it. So, let me cut a piece for you and a piece for me. A serrated knife, because this is a touchy pie. The crust is touchy, the meringue, everything kind of crumbles, but it's okay because it's delicious. So just kind of go in a soy motion, you see? Let's just loosen it up. And it's always good to loosen it. We have the parchment paper underneath, so we are safe. That's one piece. And maybe a little cherries. There's beautiful cherries. Even though we don't have a cherry in there, just put a little decoration like that. A little bit of mint is delicious with this. Now let me decorate my piece, the bigger piece. Again, cherries, 2, just like that. Some mint for me, just like that. And mine looks good, yours looks great, and we're gonna taste. Of course, the tip of the pie is the best part. Simple and delicious. In other words, simply delicious. The almonds are crunchy. The dough is crumbly. What can I say? Take the next plane and come and join me. Tutti a tavola a mangiare.